Today, we continue to pay tribute to civil rights icon John Lewis. The late Georgia representative died last Friday at the age of 80 from pancreatic cancer. Lewis's body will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol next week. But today, 4 of Lewis's siblings paid tribute to him at a service in his hometown of Troy, Alabama. And that's where our team coverage begins tonight. CBS 46's Haley Mason was at Troy University where that emotional funeral service was held. Haley.
Good evening. It has been a full circle homegoing for the late Congressman John Lewis today. And in about 1 hour, we'll begin another memorial service here behind me in Selma, inside the historic Brown Chapel AME Church. But I do want to note we began the day early this morning where family and friends welcomed Congressman Lewis back to his home in Troy.
Congressman Lewis was my hero.
From Atlanta to small towns across the South, people traveled to Troy, Alabama to welcome the late Congressman John Lewis home.
John was different from the rest of the family, and he would have thoughts that all of the troubles he got himself into would change the world.
Inside the Trojan Arena at Troy University, family and friends sat feet apart in the memorial service entitled Celebrating the Boy from Troy, a moniker given to Lewis by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when Lewis first met him. Lewis had aspired to attend Troy for college, but they wouldn't acknowledge his application because he was black. He wrote Dr. King seeking help to integrate the school that ignored him. Decades later, Troy University would seek to right the wrong, awarding Lewis one of his many honorary doctorate degrees, and now hosting the first of a week of memorials.
He's always been an activist. Even when we was growing up, he was always that way, preaching. So it's just a wonderful feeling to know that everybody has so much respect for him.
Lewis's sister, Ethel Tyner, tells me she's glad to see the world honoring her brother as they welcome him home one last time.
I thought about it this morning, last night. The boy from Troy went to Washington, and now he's back, coming back home.
Back home and being welcomed with open arms by so much love and support and respect. And back here in Selma, he is expected to come back through Selma across the Edmund Pettus Bridge tomorrow. But for now, he'll come to the Brown Chapel AME Church where they plan those voting rights meetings and actually plan that march across the bridge that later became Bloody Sunday. We'll have a live report on that later. Reporting live in Selma, Haley Mason, CBS 46 News.